Yeah.
there's one thing that really does jump out at me, and that has to do with kind of what you bring as a person. This is always
Mm,
interesting. So yeah, I got to see Dr. David Burns present on cognitive therapy,
okay.
and as he presented stuff, it was amazing. Except he missed one variable, and that variable was himself. Right?
Yeah.
Like something worked out so well, and but part of that was the internal self that he's bringing into it.
Hmm.
And so what stands out to me and that I'd really want to represent is that it has to be authentic. I'm sure that you talk about that in your process,
Right.
but that it has to come from a place of benevolence, that you're always come from benevolent position as you're negotiating with your partner, that it's always about coming from a positive space,
Yeah.
because you can't shift it somehow and manipulate people. That's just will never work. They'll see right
Absolutely.
through it.
Yeah, and that's where the reward with value comes in, because that's what I was saying before. When you say to the other person, you're basically by offering them something, you're saying, look, I get it. I'll just use the Vegas example. I get it. It's a real big ask that I'm asking you, a full-time working mother of a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, to stay at home for 4 days by yourself with these two kids while I go see my favorite band, go to nightclubs, you know, go out on the town with my buddies. I want you to know that it's not just me saying, "Hey, I want to go to Vegas. You never let me go anywhere." And I want to be able to reward you with something so big at or above that I'm showing you that I'm not just like trying to pull a fast one over on you and go, yeah, 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 you can do something, you know? And so by doing that, and it's so funny when you do that, the other person often, and my reaction often is they're suspicious because now they're looking at you like, um, I've been talking about going to a spa for a long time and we never really had this conversation. And now suddenly you're offering it to me. Why? Right? And that's where, as you just said, Jeremy, you have to kind of say, because I realize just how big an ask this is. I get it. And that's one of the things where when you say there's a step, the W in the power up method is called weigh their perspective. And this, I'll share this with you guys. You can, if you forget everything we talked about today, this is the number one move. Okay. So remember this one. This is the separates the amateurs from the pros. When you go into a conversation and you come in, the first thing you do is make the other person's argument for them. It seems so counterintuitive. If I come in and I go, Jeremy, I know you hate Thai food and I know you hate the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but hear me out. I really want to check out this new place that opened downtown, and there's a 7 o'clock show. And if you agree to go with me, I'll pick up dinner in the movie, and then next week we can go, bowling and live animal juggling because I know you've been wanting to do that for the past 3 months, right?
You
And
know
so
I love live animal juggling.
who doesn't, right? Exactly. But you see, what you did is like you were ready. Now Jeremy's got nowhere to go. He goes, well, he knows I don't want to go for Ty, and he knows I don't want to see that Marvel movie. Man, I got no argument left. What did he just do? He took the steam out of this conversation and he offered me something. He's going to pay for it and I'm going to get something else. That's where benevolence comes in, right? Because that can kind of come across as manipulative, like, okay, what is he really? Are we really going to go to the movie or is he really going to go juggling with me? Like, like you start doubting and then it's following through on it. Then when we're out there and we've got the squirrels and we're going crazy and doing whatever we're doing, you're like, wow, Joe's a guy of his word. And that builds up over time. And we all know this from our professions, is that you've got to be a person of your word and you have to be a person of your word all the time. Because again, right, it builds over. You go, this is a safe person. This is a person I know that if I talk to, I'm gonna get an honest answer. They're gonna follow through. They're gonna do what they said. That's the person I want to be in a relationship with. That's the friend I want.